All right, everyone, we'll call the administrative committee meeting to order. And we're going to stand, and Mr. Latham's going to lead us in invocation, and the pledge will be led by Mr. Clark.
Lord Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Please be with us as we make decisions for this parish and make decisions for the people in it. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, do we have a president's report, Mr. Jones?
No, sir.
Okay, no president's report. Legal counsel's report?
None.
All right, I have a call for additions and deletions. Any additions or deletions to the agenda for tonight?
Mr. Holmes, I got a couple announcements if I could make them, if that's okay.
Yes.
I just want to remind the jury this Friday, we're going to be doing that fish fry fundraiser for former employee Kevin Van Zant. It's going to be over at the old Market Basket parking lot at 11 a.m. So just wanted to put that back out there so y'all will know. As well, we are going to be posting in the morning about some upcoming workshops next week on Monday. So it's related to some precinct mergers that the demographer wants to come and discuss with y'all, and then also related to proposing some discussions on compactor site hours at the various compactor sites. So one of the jurors requested that we do a workshop on that.
Okay. Also, I have an announcement. The DeSoto Fire District 2 gave me this to announce. Dear DeSoto Parish Police Jury members, DeSoto Fire District 2 cordially invites you to our monthly meeting next Tuesday night, September the 9th at 6:30 at the fire station in Keechow on Depot Road. Our guest speaker will be Kevin Johnson with Fire Serve to discuss the challenges that DeSoto Fire District 2 faces with our PIAL rating. Property and homeowners insurance rates are determined by the fire rating given by PIAL. So join the DeSoto Fire District 2 board. Employees and residents seek advice to improve the PIAL rating and to be comparable to the rest of DeSoto Parish fire districts. So they're trying to get their rating up, increased, I guess. Is that correct?
It'd be
Or lower?
down. They're
Lower,
rating
yes.
down, right. And I think they actually are about to go down. Their ratings being improved this year.
Okay.
So.
Any other announcements? Okay, if not, we'll move along. All right, guest and public comments. We have 3 guests on the agenda. Mr. Ross, Chief Ross with the fire department, is he here to speak? Yes, sir, please come on up.
Good afternoon, good evening. Again, good evening to the board, and appreciate y'all allowing us to come and speak. We just want to show our appreciation of what you all have done for us over the last couple of years and helping us out, with our, with the things we need for the fire department. As you can see, it made an impact, very significant impact on our rating, which came down from a 4 to a 3. And that's the lowest, that we've been and anybody been in the parish. So we thank you all. International Paper does things for help us out as well. And now that we know what our rating is, our goal is to be a 1. Of course, that help all your properties around here, all police jury properties in the city limits. It'll help their insurance rates as well. So, we may have to come back. We're trying to find ways to fund things that we need without having to come back. But we thank y'all again, and our chief has done a great job, of trying to get these things done. like again, like I said before, once now that we know where we are, we got a list of what we need to do to get there, to be a 1. And so we're gonna be working those things over the next 5 years and hope we can be at that number 1 rating. Again, thank you all.
Yeah.
All right,
You're welcome.
thank you.
You wanna say something, G?
Yeah, don't get over here without saying something, Chief. Did you get away that easy?
So again, we just to keep going on what the mayor was saying. We worked really hard on gathering a lot of things that we needed. We appreciate everyone here that was pulling for me. We completed what I said I was going to do. We the first in DeSoto Parish to ever have a 3. We hope that this will help the police jury see that where your funds are going to help us has been used properly. And so we look forward to y'all helping us on our future endeavors, and just thank y'all again.
All right.
One thing, if I can, I want to request of the people that have districts in Mansfield, if y'all will consider looking at our roads, because we are, you used to do some roads in the city, and they just kind of, we don't have a tax or anything for roads. We do what we can to patch here and there, but it's just a large undertaking when we let these roads get so far out of hand. If y'all would kind of look at that and see what we can do to help Mansfield with these roads, because they're getting real bad. Been a while, Mr. Gibber, I think you did the last one right here, down here by the courthouse square. But we got a few funds that we've able to pull from. We'll be doing that, but I just want to get that asked while we were here. Y'all wouldn't mind helping, looking at how y'all can help us with those roads in the city. Those people in those districts in Mansfield. Thank you all again.
Chief Ross, I just want to say thank you, because this is something that Mansfield been trying to achieve for years, even when Ms. Shelton was there. You had a great teacher and you carried on what she was trying to do. I just thank everybody in Mansfield, thank you, because it is gonna help with our homeowners insurance, which is off the chart. I just wanna say, I am very, very proud of you.
Yes.
Thank y'all again.
All right, Miss Maddie McCray with the foster grandparents. Is Miss Maddie here? Huh? Maddie, okay. All right, Ms. Mary Green with the brick walkway at the courthouse.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Oh. Stay home. Thank you. You're welcome. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mary Green, City Councilwoman for District 8, and I'm president of the Mansfield Civic Group. And I have a plan that I'm trying to work on, and I need you all's support and help on this plan. I'm trying to do a walkway of legends, both past and present, of DeSoto Parish. And Miss Charlotte at the Tourist Bureau is helping me with this project. She couldn't be here this evening because she had another engagement in Logansport. But a lot of you know that the Civic Group does a lot of things in this city. We give scholarships to students all over the parish. We do Christmas decoration downtown, cancer awareness for people with cancer. So we do a lot of different things. So this is something we thought of that would be able to be something that people can do after we're gone. And we have people that's already nominating people for this brick. We're gonna do a brick, and I had the brick back there, but I left. We're gonna do a brick, and the person is gonna be able to purchase a brick. We are starting out with 50 people that's being nominated for a brick. Those people will have a choice of, thank you.
Want me to come back and get it too?
Yeah. Those people will have a choice to have a table at the gala that we are planning up at the 4-H building. They will be able to get 8 people to their table. These can be people that want to also purchase a brick. The Tickets for that event is gonna be $50. That's gonna be the cost for your brick and for us being able to put the brick in. It's gonna be for people in memory of police jurors, past and present, or anyone that you feel like, or the other people that are nominating people feel like that they want to have a brick. What we need from you all, on the corner, or Charlotte told me where they put this sign on the corner of Texas and North Washington, right on the corner. Yeah, right up there on the corner of Texas and North Washington. There's a sign there, a bench, and some bricks already there, you know, just brick. We want to start out with the first 400 bricks. We don't want to start there. And each year, we want to be able to have someone, if not me, whoever succeeds me, to continue to be able to put bricks there. And with the city owning the sidewalk, we've decided that they can come out on the sidewalks and go as far up as people want to add. So I'm trying to see if the police jury will allow us to put these bricks on that corner, starting in that section where those bricks are and that sign is. I think, you all know where I'm talking about? Anyone? Yeah, it's a bench there and look like a flower pot maybe, little brick. You know, like all the entrance to the courthouse come out with bricks. And that's where we wanna start at that corner right there. And we wanna start with 400. And then each year we can extend it. Question.
So 400 bricks would do like one section
That
of the
section.
sidewalk?
That section right in there.
Okay. And so every year you want to do another 400 bricks
We wanna add some more brick. We don't
or
know-
add
add some more bricks. We
add
wanna-
more bricks?
Right. Each
But
year.
each year you would have to have enough to do a whole section of sidewalk.
Right.
Because you wouldn't want to do one section of sidewalk with only 10 bricks in it, and it takes 50 to fill it up.
You're correct. Well, it's not gonna take 50 to fill up because we are doing the 400 to fill up that spot in there. Then after that, it's a sidewalk that they'll be able to come out on the sidewalk. And then they can go however many you want, 10 up here, 10 down there, you know, just as long, however many we have. But we would only need the 400 in that section right there where those bricks are.
You're gonna need a contractor, right?
Right.
And it seems like you're gonna be coming back and coming back. It's gonna be adding bricks on.
No, this is a yearly thing to add bricks. And I'm in with the brick company already and talking to them. And they have people that, once I, get this all together, that I'll be able to talk with, go further into the plan. But we do know that we need the 400 bricks for that section that I need the police jury for. And then after that, we'll be able to decide how many bricks we want to do per year.
If I could, if I understand, you're just looking for permission to use the police jury land for that?
That, where those bricks are right there already.
okay.
Just to replace those bricks with 400 bricks.
All right, so-
with names of legends.
We would need to get a written request or some kind of designation of the area, and then I think I would have to prepare a CEA, and we would have to put it on the agenda for the police jury to approve or not approve. I think that would be the proper way to do it.
And also, I just want to make sure we check with our engineer architect on that, because I believe that's a historical building. If we're going to start removing bricks up there to put new bricks down, we just got to make sure we don't run awry of any state laws.
There's that, and we'll have to look at ADA compliant issues too.
Right.
So there's a number of things, but the first thing first would be figure out exactly what area we're talking about, and then we can see if we can formulate a CEA to put together for the consideration to the body.
We are 501c also, so you know, our group,
What's that? I'm sorry.
501c3, our group is.
Yes, we'd put that in there, but the way to officially get the request to the body would be
That's
for you to get the information to Mr. Norton, and then we could look at the things that we need to look at, and then get the written proposal for the police jury to consider. Thank you all.
All right, thank you, Ms. Green. All right, administrative items. Item number 4, authorize the president to sign a resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development for a grant under any of the following FTA programs managed through the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development. This is for the Council on Aging.
So move.
Have a motion by Mr. Fuller. Second by Mr. Clark. Any discussion? If not, vote. All right, motion passed. Item number 5, authorize the president to sign a cooperative endeavor agreement, use agreement, for licensing My Government online software. This is for building permits, property standards.
So move.
Have a motion by Mr. Jones. I'll second. Mr. Norton, would you explain this to him?
Yes, sir. This is a piece of software we're trying to replace our permit software with. We currently utilize Cynthia, issues all the building permits for us. In addition, it's going to give us some new tools to use with the nuisance abatement officer. There's a code enforcement section of it as well. It's a piece of software we're asking the jury to authorize us to purchase. And there is scheduled a special meeting tonight because that software that we don't want to renew it and spend another year's worth of renewals on it. It's going to be expiring in November. So.
Any more discussion?
At what cost?
$400 a month if we do both of them, so it'd be $4,800 a year. And we currently have the money in the budget to do that. We just need y'all's permission to be authorized.
And what are we paying for the one currently?
About
the same?
About $4,000.
Close to the same?
The building permit section will be a little bit cheaper as opposed to what we use now. The extra cost is going to be covering the code enforcement section.
Mr. Hall,
Yes, Mr. Fuller.
how long will this software last? Did we just change some software recently, or is this a different game?
No, the software we just got was for the our financial software,
Okay,
and
so-
it works in conjunction with that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And it's an annual contract. We can probably do 3 years with an automatic renewal.
Thank you.
All right, any more discussion? If not, we'll vote. Motion passed. Item number 6, authorize the president to sign a 3-year agreement with Thomas Reuters Enterprise, Clear, for the purpose of locating homeowners as it pertains to the nuisance abatement purposes.
So move.
Have a motion by Mr. Fuller,
Second.
second by Mr. Jones. Any discussion on this?
Again, this is a new piece of software. I actually use this in Bossier to locate people for, at that time, tax purposes, but it'll allow us to locate them when we have to serve them correctly for when we're trying to abate their property, or if we have to tear down the property. You don't want to just do that and not let the homeowners know. This is a very good tool. It's one subscription. The cost is about $3,600 a year for this, and only one person in the office is authorized to use it, and that would be the nuisance abatement officer.
Is there any way to get that cost back from the people we're trying to clean up the property?
Yeah, you can assess as part of your fees. You can put that on there, but,
Can you make an alternate motion and put that on there?
I don't think you can do that. This is just to authorize us using the software. If we can do that at another, when we're dealing with fees associated with code enforcement issues. That's what I would recommend.
Now, this $3,600 is coming out of the money that we set aside for nuisance
Yes, sir.
program earlier in the year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and also part of the money for the other one that we just voted on, will it come out of there also? 'Cause you
We
said it would
can,
be-
that will be, that, finance can do that. It would be split between code enforcement.
That's what I
and
say,
building.
split it
Yes.
between the two?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, any more discussion on that? If not, vote. All right, motion passed. Item number 7, authorize the president to sign a cooperative endeavor agreement, expense sharing agreement with the DeSoto Parish School Board and the DeSoto Parish Sheriff. I'll make a motion.
Second.
Mr. Baker, second.
What is
I
this?
think this was for the ITEP thing you,
Yeah, the local committee that I'm the point of contact for, I've had to travel down to Baton Rouge. I did that last week. It was a quick trip, go down one evening, come back the next day. Well, obviously, the police jury doesn't need to be burdened with the cost of that. This is to make sure the school board and the sheriff's office shares the cost of the travel, overnight stay, and meals. It's pretty inexpensive, like I think I spent $240 for the whole trip, but it's not, I think it's fair to say that the other agencies who are involved in the local ITEP should share in that cost. So, and I would believe our auditors would frown upon us spending money, jury money on something that would benefit the other agencies as well, without a CEA like this. Whenever there's a cost incurred related to the local ITEP committee, it will be shared with all the agencies involved.
Help me understand. IT, what is that?
The industrial tax exemption program, that's the property tax abatement program. Last year, the governor, by executive order, set up the local ITEP committee, which the jury is part of. The president of the jury is your representative on that local group. Clay Corley, the superintendent of the school board, is a representative, and Sheriff Richardson is a representative for the sheriff's department. And I am simply the point of contact, the person who goes and answers the questions like I had to do last week before the Board of Commerce and Industry. They asked about, they recently issued, the locals recently issued an unfavorable resolution not supporting a very large tax abatement for international paper, but the Board of Commerce and Industry, they overrode that last week and approved those two applications. So I had to go down and testify and answer some questions.
So Mike had raised this issue with me, and my recommendation, because this is a new system and each body used to have their own independent vote, and now we have the board, but his presence was requested by the state in Baton Rouge. So it was my suggestion that the three government bodies that are the standing members on that committee have a CEA to have a third of the cost when they're incurred like that, because the ITEP committee doesn't have a separate budget. It was just enacted and formed pursuant to this executive order. So they don't have any funds, but if the state asks you to come down and defend your position, I feel like the appropriate thing is to do it. So then we had to come up with the funds to do it. So it was my suggestion to do a CEA for the three standing members to bear the costs equally.
would there be any times when someone from the sheriff department would be involved in something that we would have to reimburse them for?
I don't think so. The board members were all invited to come. I mean, Ornell was traveling last week, so he couldn't make it. The sheriff was traveling, and Clay Corley had a prior engagement, so none of them went. So as their point of contact, the invitation was to the point of contact and the board members. So typically, your point of contact
I
would go.
wanted to know do the board members ever go?
This was the first meeting,
Yeah, it was the
and none
first
of them
meeting.
went, so, but, I mean, they're certainly gonna probably be invited in the future to speak.
And we'll be going.
Yeah.
I just wanna know.
If they
Alright.
come up with some decision like that, man.
Any more discussion on that?
Yes, sir. You mean to tell me that after we voted, then somebody else come back along, there's another group to vote and say?
Yeah, under the new rules, the locals only get to provide a recommendation to abatement. We do not have a say in it, but the Board of Commerce and Industry has made it clear they want to hear from us, but they want our resolutions. Now, they did not put this in the rules, and I told them, and it's in the public meeting, I said, we will give you a reason why in our next resolutions. They wanted reasons, and I'm like, the only thing I can tell you was it was bad timing based upon the meeting that we had. Mr. Corley and the sheriff were there.
Representative.
Right, it was bad timing. And I told them as well, for the record, International Paper has never been told no by the parish. The police jury's always approved any tax abatements for them, but that committee, which is made up of the three major agencies, voted to not do that. For the record, Ernell voted for it, the other two voted against it, so the nays got it, so. But they still overrode that resolution down there, so.
What's the point of having a board then? What's the point of coming to us? Why do you even,
That's a great question.
what's the point, you know?
It's a good question, Ernell.
All right.
Okay.
All right, no more discussion. We'll vote on that, please.
I did.
All right, motion passed. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Have a motion? Second?
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Going to Policy procedures.
Okay, Mr.
Policy and procedures, go ahead, Mr.
It's called to order for Policy and Procedure Committee. Do we have any call for any additions or deletions? Any need for guest or public comment? Item number one is to amend the DeSoto Parish Police Jury Bylaws, Article 5, Rule 9, to move the election of officers to the December meeting. It's been my understanding, I think it's been brought up before, but it would be a lot easier for the staff if we had that election in December where they could prepare everything before the first of the year. No, it might be relatively minor, but rules are rules. Is there anyone that would like to discuss anything? Any questions?
You need a second.
Well, I'm sorry. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Baker, Mr. Fuller, Ms. Burrell on the committee.
Well, I second the motion.
All right, got a motion and a second. Go ahead there.
All right.
Discussion.
Do we have any, anybody wants to offer any discussion? Or what's on the
Now,
table?
why are we moving that date?
It's just to make it easier, Ms. Burrell, for the staff, just to do all the paperwork and changes before the end of the year, rather than waiting until after the year starts. And I think y'all have discussed this in the past, but it's mainly for the office. And I think maybe the prior presidents could probably weigh in on,
Yeah.
You mean as far as changing it?
yeah.
I see no issues with it. I guess it prepares,
Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
I guess it prepares, gives us more leeway.
Gives you more time.
Right, more time, more leeway going into the year. But you get prepared, and then you already got your officers set, so going on into the year with the officers set. I'm good both ways, though.
I think it would be a good thing. I think the president and the vice president, if they're elected by the end of the year, the president could go ahead and start setting the committee, so the committees would be set for the first meeting already, instead of not knowing until the day before the committee or the meeting in January, who's gonna be on what committees. The only thing that we might think about is make it every year except election year.
Right.
Election year is going to make it, the new members, if anyone decides not to run for reelection or gets defeated or whatever, and they're not back the next year, then the new members that come aboard would not be here for that election, because they wouldn't swear in until January.
And we would know that beforehand.
Yeah.
Right, but I think what you're saying is they couldn't vote for the
They couldn't
president.
vote for the president and the.
Right, because they're not
That's
sworn in
right,
until
because they're
January.
not sworn in.
Yeah, but they catch up in 4 years.
They would, they'd catch up in 4 years. 4 years, they'd get to vote for whoever's
For the next new one. So
No.
next time.
I have no
they
issue,
leave
I
their
just,
mark on the conversation.
Yeah. That would be the only issue.
so, if this passes, I'll have to amend it, so I'll need to know if you're going to, if there's gonna be an alternate
I'm not
motion
on
or
the-
not. No, I understand. As written, it would be, just December, and if you want to modify it for the election, we would need an alternate motion, if you want me to rewrite them for next meeting.
Well, I guess that's what I thought, that's what I would.
No, right, I'm just mentioning that.
Rewrite them. I move to rewrite them for the next meeting.
Question.
So it'll be
So
some
would we do
clarity.
this? Oh, I'm sorry, Richard, go ahead.
I just say I make an alternate motion to do it for the next meeting so we'll have clarity.
I was just gonna say, would we do this like after the regular meeting in December? That way, at the end of the meeting, we'll vote, and then we'll know then. So that way we can carry on business throughout the regular meeting, and at the end, do the vote.
Possibly, yeah, I mean, that sounds like that makes sense. I gotta admit, I needed to hear everything so that I can help you put something together.
It won't take office until January.
Yeah.
And it's basically to get the resolutions and things like that with the right president's name on there.
That and get the committee list all filled out, ready. and-
Yeah, that way you start the first of the year ready to go, instead of behind.
Yeah, you could, you could do this at the December regular meeting, do the elections then, because the full board will be seated at that time. You'll know who's coming in, and then we can have everything done and ready to go at the regular committee meetings.
So Ms. Burrell wanted to offer an alternate for cleanup discussion?
Yeah, for the next meeting, so we'll have some clarity on it.
Mr. Fuller wants to second that.
I mean,
For clarification.
Because he had some questions that I.
So the jury's gonna be okay with us putting this on the regular meeting with the modifications that Jennifer makes? We have time to do that, Jennifer, or do we need to defer that to next month? Make the correct, and go back through committee?
well, I'm not sure
I
the
think we,
intention.
I think we would defer it to next month and clean it up and then represent it.
That's fine, I mean, we have time.
Because we
Like I
need
said,
to see those modifications beforehand.
Yeah, and I
No.
just wanted to try to help get some of this done before we started the budget process.
Sure, we wanted some feedback before we guessed
Yeah.
at what the jury would want. So, right, so what we need to vote on Ms. Burrell's alternate motion to reset it for the next committee with the proposed language. So they need to vote, the committee,
Okay.
if that's what they want to do.
For our October committee meeting, anything else? If nothing else, we go ahead and vote on it. It passes. That's all we have. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second by Mr. Baker. Thank you.
It's neat.
Roll committee called order. Any call for additions and deletions? Being none, any guests and public comments? Was on the road item agenda.
Yeah, I think you gonna.
Yes. If you
You
got,
got any guests from Stagecoach Road? Yes. Come on.
Yes,
yes, sir.
you state your name.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name's Alan Davis. I live on Stagecoach Road, my wife Sharon. And we also have some residents that's there, the McGoverns, Pat, Bonnie. And the Brinkmans, Michael and Caitlin. Our concern or request is about Stagecoach Road in Grand Cane. As we all know, it attaches to Fire Tower, which also attaches to the Highway 3015. We've had a lot of oil field traffic out there, and I understand that a lot of the oil field traffic have been diverted to that road to stay off of Fire Tower and the Claude Dance roads as well. What we're asking is a better type road, a surfacing. Lack of a better word, I call it oil mix. Thanks to Mr. Fuller and Ms. Burrell, they actually was assisting in putting oil mix in front of our homes, which helped the dust situation very much. But we still have a situation with it. Stagecoach Road is 1.9 miles long. And with the oil mix that we have in front of the residents on Stagecoach Road, if you put them all together, it'd be almost a mile. It's like 9/10 of a mile. So we have a stretch off and on of gravel. And with these oil field traffic, the saltwater trucks, it's terrible. It's horrible. It's unsafe. You got these trucks coming through there loaded with water, of course, empty going through there as well. We got the dust situation, and of course, the muddy situation. Now, I sent Ms. Burrell some pictures. We just had a 3.5-inch rain Saturday. And already, it's so dusty on that road that it's like a bad fog. You can hardly see. Our request is, we did almost a mile worth of oil field mixture. Why can't we go ahead and extend it and go through the whole road of a Stagecoach? I don't know what the cost of that oil mix is, but I know that every time it rains or every so often, that the parish is out there spending thousands of dollars dumping gravel. So at least once a month, they're out there grading and dumping gravel. If you ever ride down Stagecoach Road, just look to your left and right in the ditches. That's where the gravel is, because once we get our wash, floods, whatever, and then the big trucks running down the road, it ends up into the ditches. The oil mix, I just can't see where you couldn't justify oil mix saving money over gravel. Because the portions of the road that the oil mix they put in front of the residents, my house in particular, it's been almost 3 years. It's only had to be repaired one time. And believe me, they drilled 8 wells out there that all the traffic came through Stagecoach. So that's heavy traffic. Sand trucks, we all know what they do. They can do. In fact, they were coming down Fire Tower Road, and then someone diverted them to Stagecoach because they was tearing Fire Tower Road up too much. So you can imagine what they did to our road. So what I'm asking, does that mean my time's up?
3 minutes, just kind of carry on.
So what I'm asking is please put a number to that and help us out. If we just did the oil mix, asphalt would be wonderful. But I don't think I can get that, but the oil mix, I'm just asking.
All right.
Please, just take a look at it. You only got a mile to do, and we've already done a mile, just under a mile. At one end of Stagecoach, which attaches to 3015, they asphalted an area probably about 1/10 of a mile. I was so excited when I saw that, because I just thought they were going to do Stagecoach, but they stopped.
Yeah, that was to climb the hill.
They stopped at the cemetery, which is great for the cemetery. It really is, because those poor people, when the people were there, were getting blasted and with the dust and rocks thrown at them as well. But I'm asking, just take a look. I don't know who writes the checks here, but just take a look at it, please, and help us out.
We certainly will, sir. Mr. Fuller?
You know, I had the privilege of coming down that road today. That's why I was late. Seriously. 175 closed down, got under the bridge. They didn't put a bridge, took a bridge out. That road is dangerous, y'all. I'm being honest. You couldn't see a thing.
Yeah, it's
It was
bad.
that much dust. I mean, you know where the dairy coming from? I was on Five Tower.
Oh, yeah.
It was that much dust. You couldn't see. I had to stop.
I know, we live there.
Because, you know, you couldn't see. And it was just, how many cars? It was like 2 cars ahead of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm saying we need definitely, if we can do something about that, because I'm saying it's a liability for the parish. It really is.
I just want to say, when they call me, they text me, I go out there. Ooh, and every time I go, by the time I get to that cemetery, I'm in tears. It was just unbelievable to me, the dust. I put on my windshield wipers, and good Lord, then the dust started flying down on my side windows. I was like, good Lord, I couldn't believe it. When in the wintertime, when it was the rain season, got stuck in the middle of the road. My poor little hoof mud deep, pushing us out. Cause I'm telling you, we were stuck. Then all these trucks coming, they flying. You meeting these trucks, I be terrified on Stagecoach Road. And like Mr. Fuller say, we need to do something, cause I feel so sorry for y'all. I really do.
Well, the speed limit, I think, is excessive on that road already. It's 35 on a gravel road.
Which is just, it's way too fast.
Especially for those big trucks.
Well, you got these tractor trailers coming through loaded with water. It's, my house at the end, I have the last residence going toward 3015, and it's a hill. And they're coming back, they're loaded. And if somebody was to be broke down to that road or standing in that road, that truck can't stop. Going 35 miles an hour. Can't do it.
And plus the fact, the trees, all the trees on the side of the road are just covered thick in dust.
Yeah.
When y'all called me and said y'all was having problems with your health, I understand. I really, truly understand. And I'm asking the police, y'all please help me fix Stagecoach.
Okay, thank y'all.
We're asking you.
Thank y'all for coming. We certainly will take a look at it. Thank you for coming and expressing your concerns.
Yeah, they have discussed and take action, so I'd like to entertain a motion that we all,
Well, we're not to that point yet.
Why ain't you?
That was good. Guessing public comments.
Oh,
Okay, road item number
End of the
one.
game, huh?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
road item number one, discuss and take action regarding Stagecoach Road. Well, we didn't discuss it, and we have to get with our engineers, road superintendent, and get some numbers first, and
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
But we don't-
But they're taking action.
Right.
They need
Is
to take
Stagecoach
action.
not on the list already? The road list?
I don't think so.
Stagecoach is one of the roads for the capital outlay funding, HB2 funding for this year coming up here in just another month or two. We'll have to decide on what roads we choose to bite off with the remaining funds. We have about 1 project if it's a large one, 2 projects if it's smaller, and we'll decide which ones we fund for next year out of the remaining HB2 fund. I put Volkart Engineering 4 roads, I didn't, on the fly, Stagecoach Road, White Springs Road, Jesse Latin, and one other I'm forgetting about. But asked them to do a study and present back to us which would be their recommendation on which one to proceed with as far as what the cost would be, what the recommended improvement would be, and so forth. And Stagecoach is one of those I requested that study on.
Right.
So
And
that,
that's-
it is possible that we could do a major
And that's an
reconstruction.
asphalt overlay?
Yes, most likely. I mean, we'd have that decision to make, but most likely we'd be looking at soil cement and asphalt.
Yeah, the HB2
Right
money,
away.
the HB2 money was mainly for your asphalt overlays. It wasn't for your oil mix. So if we go that route, you're talking 2 miles of overlay.
So what he's asking for is to spray the oil on
Yes, yes,
how much
Right,
would-
right, the extra mile,
But-
which that can be done.
Right.
I think that can be done a lot easier. It's just a matter of finding out what we have in inventory, because if we have to order more oil mix, that's gonna take us a little time to do that, because they have to make that oil mix. But I don't know what we have in stock out there, if we have enough to do that.
No, it's dangerous, though, seriously.
Right.
It really is.
It is.
But I'm just saying, we can take action, but it won't be tomorrow. It might,
I
you
got a
know,
question.
So if we,
Been there over 50 years, I can wait a little longer.
yeah.
I'll be there with you.
so if we do the oil spray they're asking for, what are you thinking, 6 months before we can get it actually done?
Mm,
If we generate that oil mix out of a pug mill at the road plant. Like Mr. Norton said, if we have the inventory, if we make the decision, it can be done real quick. If we don't have the inventory, then we'll make the next round of supply, and when we bring the pug mill back in and so forth and create that material.
and that'll be next spring.
How long is that, how long would it take for, if you don't have it in there, how long would it take?
Be next spring, like I said.
Yeah.
4 to 6 months.
6 months? Get some oil in?
That much
We
for
can,
that. That much.
we would have to reach out to the pug mill guy to see if he can come and mix more, but, I mean, I don't know how
That's a
quickly he
phone
can
call
do
away.
that.
He'll do it for money.
You had to move
they'll do
money,
it for
we had to
money. They
move
work
money
for it.
around to get it to be done though, right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
also we would have to have the sand there, the material there to
Yeah,
mix the oil with.
We can
You got the
purchase,
pug mill, you got the oil, you got the sand and the rocks.
Purchase
and-
it.
Right.
we purchase it.
Yeah, that's,
Funding from the oil field companies as well.
oh yeah, the ordinances that are coming up
You're right,
are gonna assist with this.
Right,
So,
right,
I know I'm putting the cart before the horse, but, anyway.
right.
I mean,
Pass these
if
two
we could do
ordinance.
something before, I understand what you're saying, you're trying to get, if you can get it over there, that's beautiful. But until then, like, it's dangerous. And something does need to be done about it.
It does, because I'm tired of wearing the hell out of field.
How can we, change the speed limit? How else could we do that?
Oh, you can do that in the motion.
Yeah.
That's,
Can we-
that's
can we
easy.
do that now?
Y'all do that in the motion.
That'll be on the agenda.
No.
That's not gonna slow them folk down, y'all.
But it,
Better than nothing.
I mean, it's 35, but like, it's not gonna slow them down unless you have the police in there, and then they're gonna tell the police, hey, the police are going to slow down. I don't have a problem with it, I'm just saying it's still not gonna slow them down.
And,
What is it now?
and it's mostly not the regular
What is it now?
Speed
35.
limit, making it lower.
35 to
It's,
25. on
it's
the
mostly
rock.
the semi trucks are speeding.
they can make the motion tonight
You know.
and we have it.
Well, we still slowing down. So at least they send us some laws out there. They going fast and where we can set speed limit. I bet you get the writing tickets, they'll slow down.
Okay.
Yeah. The speed limit would be an ordinance, but that's an ordinance we can put on the jury's regular meeting.
Right.
We can take action on that pretty immediately. The pug mill, if, after we know it's in inventory,
Yeah.
we can take action on that, however we need to do, call the guy to come out and do more mix, or use what's in inventory. But you also, we build so much of this, we build so much oil mix for the year for the current roads, so I'd hate to take it out of inventory if we're taking away from another area. I don't know, I'm just saying, I'm not saying no, but I just wanna do it right, wanna make sure we do it right. so.
And if we can't do the complete of the 1 mile, we might just do section of to keep the dust down. Every couple 100 feet and stop and start. I mean,
I'm just being honest with you, like, I don't get scared, but I'm saying it was, when I say dangerous today,
oh, I
I'm
know.
not exaggerating.
I go on that road
It
every
was
Wednesday.
Seriously dangerous.
Every
And like I
Wednesday,
say,
I'm
you
on
know,
that road.
I've been down that road, used to live right down the road from
Yeah,
there, so,
get a line.
but just going down there today and seeing all that dust today, I had to literally stop in the road and worry about if somebody behind me or somebody coming into my lane, you couldn't see a thing. So we just need to definitely do something about it.
So what-
The use of,
Terminology, your lane, a lot of the road is not more than 1.5 lanes.
man, as
wide.
it is, yes.
And when they're both going, and I'm talking about they all day long, 2 saltwater trucks are going at the opposite direction. There, it's just a matter of fate that they haven't
Yes.
Yeah,
come up
Man,
on
it-
each other at the same time, because that so happens to be when it drops off, or, yeah.
Yes, sir, I
Then
got
you
you.
got
Okay.
saltwater all over the place.
Mr. Baker, you had your hand up, Mr. Baker?
Yeah, I just have a question. We're not capable of oiling a road on the road?
Yes, we used to do that.
Oiling a road on site instead of having to do it in a pug mill?
Yes, we used to do that.
Can we still do that? Then why don't we just go buy some oil and go out there and oil the road?
Well, and what killed that deal was the operators was claiming that the oil fumes was coming through the motor grader and was getting them sick. That's why we stopped it.
They did do that, I remember.
So that's why we stopped mixing it.
If y'all would like to make a motion, an alternate motion, the action to be authorize the road department to put oil mix on that section, we'll figure it out, and if we have to bring it back to y'all to amend the budget, we'll do that. But also put in your motion to change the speed limit to 25 versus 35. We'll have an ordinance for you at the next meeting, so.
Right.
Right.
We'll take action on it, I just need y'all to put in the motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Mr. Fuller,
Yeah.
you're not on the
Ms.
on the
Fuller,
committee.
you ain't-
Mr. Fuller made the motion. Do I have a second? Mr.
I'll
Stacy, Robbie, or Mr. Jimmy?
Mr. Holmes did.
I second.
Okay,
But
Mr.
also, I'm gonna make one comment. We're talking about how dangerous that one road is, but we've got a lot
Right.
of gravel roads in the parish. So when we get that pug mill back, why don't we take inventory on how much oil mix we need for every
We talked about that before.
road in the parish? Because I live on Holmes Road, and they're out there like that man just talked about, Mr. Davis. You know, they were out there today working that road, pulling the rocks and all back up on it, a dump truck putting fresh rocks on it, and they'll do it again in another month or two. But I've got a portion that's about a half a mile long that's just gravel. There's a little oil mix under it, because it used to be oil, but they let it go. And so I've got about a half mile. And on down the road, John's road is probably in worse shape than his road as far as the ditches and the width, and it's got oil field traffic going up and down it, and it's nothing but gravel. It's worse shape than Stagecoach, because I know about both of them.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Everybody,
So
district.
when we
really-
take inventory, let's take inventory of every gravel road in the parish, and let's go ahead and do something with every one of them.
I thought we did that before, Mr. Holmes.
What in 2023, I forget how much tonnage we was getting. 2024, we was gonna double that tonnage, but we got truck shortage. 2025, we still have truck shortage from hauling the sand on the other side of IP on 509 to haul it back to Grand Cane.
Oh, we still got
That's
some of we still have 50-some thousand left in there. Them truck drivers that we have hired, they can haul it.
Yeah, they were hauling. They was happy.
They can haul it now too, so.
Yeah, they were hauling.
Okay.
Can you explain more about what you were saying earlier about the fumes and how our drivers won't?
Well, our equipment operator. What happened is, you make a row on each side of the road, dump the oil out in the middle, you roll the sand and keep rolling. Well, the sand is very strong when it comes out that truck. And they said the fume was coming through the air conditioning vents. It was choking them. And so they didn't want no more of that.
For a matter of fact, I remember what you talking about. For
Yeah.
a matter of fact, I had got some calls just before I
Right.
became a police year that some of these workers died from lung cancer from that.
So that's why we don't do it on the road anymore.
What's the difference between getting it from the, what do you call it?
Well, the pug mill is a machine that
Right.
actually mixes it, and no one is actually physically mixing it. A machine does it.
Yeah.
And it dumps it in a big pile. You can see the piles out there if you drive to the road department. We still have one large pile left. But last year, Mr. Ross is right, we did increase, it was only by a third, though. We didn't double it. I believe it was only a third. We added another run to the 2 runs that we had, so it was a 50% or increase what we
If
had.
I'm not mistaken, I thought we had voted to all of our roads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, I mean, so what?
How often does
That's
a
been a
road?
minute, so
Sorry.
what, yeah, that's been a minute.
How often does a road need to be oiled?
It depends on the traffic.
Well, traffic. wear
If
and
it's
tear.
put down right, it'll last real well.
Right.
Like 3 months or once
I
a
know,
quarter or?
Oh,
I
no.
know you
year.
go across the
A
state
year.
line in my district over into Panola County, and they oil all their roads. They don't use asphalt, and they put it down right, and it's smooth, and it lasts. A lot of
And-
our oil mix has been mixed up with not near enough oil in it, and when you put it down, if you get a rain after it, the rain and the water will soak down through it and sit there, and then you run on it, and it loosens it up, because you're mashing the water down into it. But Panola County knows how to do it. That's
Yeah,
all
well,
they use.
and also Texas, they bake theirs. We don't bake ours. We don't put it up on the high temp.
But they don't use asphalt on any parish or county road.
And they do have some great roads. Okay, if there's no more discussion, we can vote on this. Authorize the road department to put all mix on stagecoach roads and adopt the ordinance 5 of 2025 to lower the speed limit to 25.
All right?
That's it.
Yeah, that'll work.
Motion passes. Item 2, adopt the ordinance 4 of 2025, updating ordinance 5 of 2023, originally adopted May of 2023, an ordinance of the DeSoto Parish Code of Ordinance, amend section 78-9 of chapter 78 of Code of Ordinance concerning excessive damage to the road by motor vehicles.
So move.
Got a motion by Mr. Fuller. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
You're not on the,
I'll second.
Oh, I keep thinking on.
Mr. Holmes,
Yeah.
second.
Mr. Holmes, second. Up for discussion on item 2. If there's no discussion, please vote. Motion passes. Item 3, adopt the ordinance 3 of 2025, updating the ordinance 4 of 2023, adopted May of 2023. An ordinance of the DeSoto Parish Code of Ordinance amending section 78-8 of chapter 78 of Code of Ordinance concerning permits to haul heavy and oversized loads on parish-maintained roads and bridges. Do I have a motion?
I'm moving to discuss it. Well,
Got a motion by Mr. Fuller.
Yeah, I'll second.
I got a second by Mr. Justice. Up for discussion. This here's putting more bite in our ordinance and permits for these, again, to help the stagecoach people out also and everybody else in the parish. Oil and gas companies. Putting more bite into their contract and their permits.
If I may,
Yeah.
Mr. Russell, I promised you I was gonna hold them accountable, and this is holding them accountable. We're changing the ordinances, so we have teeth, so we can go after the gas companies. This is not oil and gas, it's really gas companies who are doing most of the damage. We met with one of them last week, and I told them about the ordinances that are coming, and I said, listen, if y'all wanna come talk to the jury about it, come talk to them, but I promise you, this is gonna go through, because we're not getting the money that y'all are paying to the state. We don't have $1 million a mile over 780 miles of roads that we have to maintain, and y'all are damaging them. You want the permit, you're gonna be paying for these roads that you damage. So this gives us the tools to do that.
Right.
Yes, sir.
can I ask a question? I'm not down it. I've been here since 2008. What's different with this ordinance than what we hadn't had in the past? I mean, how is this gonna make them give us more money to fix these roads?
Well, the first ordinance that y'all have already voted on gave us language to, number one, pull a permit if they don't repair the road in conjunction with what they said they were gonna do. It also up the annual, we have to annually evaluate the value of the roads to see what it is that we are going to assess on them. It also puts 100% of the responsibility on the gas company, not 50%. What's changed is that ordinance that y'all adopted in 2008, 9, or 10, I'm not really sure when the first one was put out, did not have language in there that held them fully accountable. The jury always had they were always partially responsible for the repair work on those roads. Now, it is the jury's responsibility to fix these roads, but when it comes to the heavy access we're just being inundated with, we don't have the law doesn't back us for that. And this gives us that ability to do that. This particular ordinance in here, if you read, the only thing that was changed is going forward, no new permits, no renewals will be done until the parish engineer reviews the road, make sure, okay, if you say you're gonna put 10,000 truck trips on there, this is what you're gonna have to put up to ensure the 10,000 truck trips, because it's the constituents who are calling us right here who are complaining about the oil companies causing damage to the roads, dusting up the roads, and we don't have the tools to hold them accountable. So that's what's different. I mean, honestly.
So by law, can we actually keep them off the roads?
Yeah, we can pull the
Pull the
permits. The language that was not in there before allows for us to pull a current permit if they don't do what they are instructed to do related to these roads.
I guess what I'm saying, because you're impeding progress with oil and gas, if we pull them. We don't allow them to go down our road. I thought the state would not let us do that.
You let any truck under 58,000 pounds go down that road.
Right.
Okay.
They just can't be over 58,000 pounds. That'd be the difference between having a permit and not.
Okay.
And every one of those trucks are over at 58,000 pounds.
And I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that, because I sit I sit as I call it the Garrett every day and watch them trucks come down Carpenter. I know the damage they do right at the end of my driveway so tore up. I know the damage they do, and it's a hardship, really, honestly. So
just wanna
I'm
make
with
sure
that. They
get 'em.
need to hold them accountable.
I agree with you totally, most definitely. I just want to make sure this bite, it can really bite them. They really feel it. That's my concern.
They bite their hand off.
Yeah.
Because we feel it from our constituents when they get on us. So
I know.
Feel it too.
I know.
Right. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, Mr. Jesse?
And also, none of this is necessary, and they are going to help us, I'm quite certain, with Baton Rouge. We wouldn't have to do this if a portion of that money would come back here so we could put it towards the roads. We're just, in my opinion, we're victims here.
Right.
Those companies that are having to pay twice, have already paid once. They paid the severance tax. They collected that for us. It went down there, and it's not coming back. And we need some help. And I think this is a way to help motivate them to help us put some pressure on them to give some, because it doesn't take a law for them to give us some of that money back. It takes a law to force them to give that money back. They could give that money or a portion of that money anytime they want it. Does it take an act of Congress?
And the ordinance highlights, they need to put a security up. A security could be it could be a letter of credit, it could be cash in the bank, it could be a bond, it could be an AFE or an LOE. Those are authorization for expenditures or lease operating expense. Those are line items in their budgets. Those can be those mechanisms. Perfect example. We met with a company last week, Exco. They wanted a permit for Jesse Latin. I told them no. I want to meet. I want to see what they're doing. Michael Reister went out and evaluated the road, gave us a value of it, and I said, y'all have to put this up. And this can be, it can be a letter. It can be a promise. But I want something, and I said, and he said, well, your current ordinances don't really allow for you to go to pursue us. I said, I know. Next month it will.
You're right.
And they said, we will do that because we want to be good corporate taxpayers. The gas companies want to work with us. I think most of the big ones do. Now, I've only met with Exco, but after this ordinance changes, we're going to be reaching out to all of them saying, hey, guys, this is what's changed. Y'all are now on the hook for 100%. By the way, if you want to go to Baton Rouge and lobby for us, I'm not going to say no to that either, But that's where we are. I mean, and with the new severance tax dollars that I've given to our lobbyists, and I think I gave to President Ernell about, they've collected $198 million. It's an insane amount of money, right. And we're getting $1 million back, or $1.2 million.
If that, yeah.
If that, yeah. So, and it's our responsibility to take care of these roads. So we're benefiting. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. We're not benefiting from something that is occurring in this parish, and our roads are being eviscerated.
So with this service tax, are we gonna invest it in our road?
That would be my recommendation, would be roads.
Right.
Because we have
100%.
currently, the last time we estimated this was 2.5, 3 years ago. We had, at that time, $124 million worth of road work that had to be done. And that's what we've been doing with Reister's help, with the road department's help. We meet every 2 weeks to go over what are we doing, where are we on these projects, where are we on with the HB2 money, and we're doing everything we can. We're going to continue to do that.
You know,
God's blessing.
at our last meeting, we played a clip of Representative Bagley had went to state and to bring some of our money back here. And I can't remember, Mr. Don, it was like, what, 70 million? So one neighborhood, we getting back $70 million or something like that?
Well, those,
I can't remember the number.
I think that number that Bagley was talking about was the current collections. The numbers I gave y'all was just through 24. So yeah, the current
Yeah,
if you did the
put in-
current collections based upon that, it would have been well over $200 million.
Right. And the bill passed 100% in the Representative House. It got to the Senate. It passed the Senate. The president, the governor, vetoed it.
No, it's.
No,
the President wouldn't let it out.
President
Bring it up to
President
vote.
of the
Didn't bring it up for a vote.
right, president of the Senate.
Wouldn't let it go to a
Wouldn't
vote.
go to a vote. And we had 100% for the representative. But one guy in the Senate killed it.
Well, I mean,
Is there anything
Right.
legal we can sue the Senate?
I mean,
Man.
it's problematic, and for people who haven't been sitting in this audience, I mean, you pay a huge amount of money in severance taxes, and you are bearing the brunt of the traffic, the road deterioration, all of that, and you're getting a minuscule amount of the money back, and they've been actively paying lobbyists and having legislative representatives involved, and it looks like they've made progress the last couple of years, and it's always just not quite gotten through for various reasons. But I do want to assure you they've been very active in trying to address it, and I think most people think it's fundamentally unfair that all that money's coming out of this parish, and you get a minuscule amount of it back to address the issues that are caused
Yeah,
from
and-
the activity.
And just on that legislative process, I feel like that, I don't think it's not gonna come to a vote next year, but it wouldn't have went into effect until 2027, so they really just held it until next year to vote on it, so they could vote on other things that would come through this year. So, it's not like it's thrown away. It's gonna be seen again next year, but, 2027 was when the bill was written for it to go into effect. So it was kind of like, why vote on it now if you're not going to see it in 2 years? Let's just vote on it next year. So it's not like it's gone.
Okay, so
It's
that
still-
one guy made that decision.
Right, because it's going to be 2 years before it comes into effect. So they wanted to vote on other things that could be coming into effect in 26, because you can only vote on so many things. So it's not like it's killed. We still have hope that it'll get passed. So
Well, I
don't-
didn't check
don't
to
be
see who
discouraged.
sponsored it, but why was it put that far down the road to begin with?
Larry Bagley.
I
and
know,
don't
but I'm
Well,
just saying.
I don't know.
Let's get back to the agenda.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man.
If there's no more discussion on this ordinance, please vote.
So move. Oh. Quick.
Motion passes. A motion to adjourn the road committee. Got a motion by Mr. Fuller,
Aye.
second by everybody else. Road committee adjourned.
Solid waste.
Call the solid waste committee to order. Call for any additions or deletions. Is there any guest or public comments? Hearing none. Item D, solid waste items. It says authorize the president to sign a resolution authorizing an equal transfer of real estate between the DeSoto Parish Police Jury and J. Michael Knight related to the construction of the road for the compactor site in Stonewall.
I make a motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second? I'll second it. Any discussion?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So the road that we're building is encroaching on the person's property on the north, and the jury wants to propose swapping land. He's gonna give us the land the road's gonna go on. We're gonna give him an equal amount of property just on the backside. So there's no, there's no exchange other than of like kind. It's a like kind exchange on property. That's it. And this is the act of exchange. It's on the back up. There's maps associated with it showing you exactly where the exchange is on that property. So that's it.
The reason for the going off the property, we're going around a guy wire on the transmission line. The SWEPCO transmission line that goes through the property, we're avoiding that guy wire and maintaining an 80-foot swath of right-of-way along that roadway. We'll get over about 30 or 40 feet onto his property to go around that guy wire, and then we'll give him whatever that acreage is, that additional acreage in the rear of his property to offset that. So just moving the property line on his south side and moving his property line on his east side to offset that exchange.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, y'all please vote now. Motion passes. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Those in favor say aye. Adjourned. I think we're adjourned for the night.
Oh, we have a special meeting, item we need to take care of.
It's just that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna call a special meeting to order. We've done the invocation, the pledge, any guests or public comments concerning our special meeting? Hearing none, are there any additions or deletions for our special meeting? Hearing none, a new business, authorize the president to sign a corporate endeavor agreement, a corporate endeavor used agreement for licensing McGovern online software, billing permits, and property standards.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Fuller, second by Ms. Burrell. Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote. Okay, that motion passes.
So move.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Fuller, second by Mr. Baker. Any discussion? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out.
You doing better, ma'am?
Yes,
That went pretty good.
Much better? Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're good. I missed